I've had my head down. I've been building Momentum 2.0. Still, I'm only a quarter of the way through of mapping out all of it. But I am super chuffed to be back. And whilst it would be very, very easy for me to say, do you know what, I'm not going to show up in March because I need to build the program, I actually do need to show up in March, and I need to show up for me as much as you. I get a lot of my ideas from coming up with things to share with you. I get a lot of feedback from the market, and this is what we're going to be talking about in a moment. I get a lot of feedback from the market from the conversations I have off the back of these videos that I do with you. Okay, so the products I create, the services I provide are a lot to do with the videos I create. And yeah, I've just missed showing up. It's really interesting. It becomes almost addictive. When I was first started doing video and social media back in 2009, 2010, I really struggled to show up. I found it really hard. I would show up and I'd be really nervous. I'd get sweaty palms. You've heard me tell the story of when I held my first event and I wasn't very well. I threw up in the bathroom. I was so nervous about it. And how it took me to record like a minute long video. It took me a whole day and a lot of arguments with my husband to get that video done. You know, now, having not spent a week with you doing my videos, I felt kind of lost. I felt like I lost my mojo. I didn't feel like I was able to show up in the way that I wanted to show up. And I realized I've become addicted to it. I realized that actually I really enjoy the videos. Gone are the days where I have nerves and I hate it. Now I want to show up and give value. So I suppose that's lesson number one. If you do something enough, you'll learn to love it. If only I could try and do that with exercise, eh? Maybe I need to look a little bit deeper into that one. Anyway, it sounds like my voice is going actually. I haven't spoken all week, so maybe just like showing up and speaking right now means that my voice is going. I don't know. Hopefully you can hear me all well. Hey Irfan, how are you? Good to see you. Let me know, guys, if you're live, hashtag replay. It's 10 o'clock. This is the time I normally go live, so hopefully we'll have a few people join us, but let me know, hashtag live, hashtag replay. It's good to be back. And today I want to talk to you about this. Let me just share my screen. If people had asked what people had wanted, they would have said faster horses. Okay, and the reason why I'm sharing this quote with you is because this is the mistake that I see accountants and bookkeepers making right now. Okay, so let's just think about this a little bit. How many of you are asking your clients what is their problem and what do they want help with? Now, I would say the majority of you. I think the majority of you probably are quite proud of the fact that maybe you're having conversations with your clients. Most accountants and bookkeepers aren't even having conversations. They're doing the work, they're showing up maybe once a year, having a conversation with their client and expecting to change their client's world, and it's not happening. Many of you are now cottoning on to the fact that you need to have more conversations with your clients. However, there's a downfall to this. You know, you've got people like myself going, speak to your clients more, have more conversations with them. But there's a problem with it. And the problem is you are relying on your clients or your prospects to understand what their problems are. Okay, so you're putting all of your trust into your client and trusting that they understand what their problem is. Now, the thing is, if we listen to our clients too much, we end up creating, as I said a moment ago, we end up creating faster horses. We do not create the motor car, okay? We don't change people's lives. We just make their lives a little bit better, giving them what they think they need. So what I want you accountants and bookkeepers to do, and outsource CPAs, anyone who's a financial advisor, coach, strategist, anyone in the financial services, stop listening to the words that your potential clients are saying or your prospects or your current clients. Stop listening to the words they're saying. Now you might be saying to me, Amanda, why are you saying this to me? You tell me to go out and have conversations with my clients. And I'm like, yes, I do. I tell you to go out and have conversations, but I want you to stop listening to what they're saying and start watching them. Okay, this is where Zoom's amazing, because ages and ages ago, we used to have telephone conversations to get people to buy our stuff. Do you remember those days when we used to sit on the phone? Or we would meet people face to face. We can't do that, so we have to use Zoom. But what we have to do is we have to watch what people are saying, not just listen to what they're saying. We also need to watch how they're acting. So we watch what they're saying, which means that they might be saying, something coming out of their mouth, but their face is going like, or they're saying, oh, but I really want more time, yet, I don't necessarily want to give up doing X, Y, Z. So you have to see that there are going to be things that they're saying that they don't actually mean. There's going to be things that they're saying that they don't believe because they start questioning themselves. They're going to be things that they're saying that they're going to be making up because they're going to think that that's what you want to hear from them. Okay? And here's the big one. They're going to say things that they think they should say because the world has said to them, you need a bigger business, you need more clients. The solution to your problems is that you need better strategies. The solution to your problems is you need more software, like people do to you. If you think about it, how many people are showing up in your timeline today telling you that you need better software, you need to price using this software, you need to show up and, get more clients and do video, for example. You've got to learn how to do content marketing. No, you don't have to learn how to do content marketing. You just need to do content marketing. There's so many people telling you what to do and you're believing what they are saying. Okay, so all of this is happening. You're getting sold to every single day and people are telling you exactly what you should be doing. And you know what? You start to believe it. You start to believe people like me and other software suppliers and pricing experts and these accounting growth gurus, these accountants. Here's one, right? This one really gets my goat. You are learning from accountants, okay? You're learning from accountants how to get clients. You're learning from accountants how to set up a business, okay? However, the people that you're learning from might not be having the same kind of lifestyle that you truly, truly want. They might not run the kind of business that you truly, truly want. Yet you're putting all of your eggs into their basket and learning from them. And all you're doing is creating a cookie cutter business the same as other accountants. All right, so all of this is going on. You're learning from different people, you're being told what to do, and all of a sudden you start to believe it. You go, oh yeah, no, I do want to, have 40 employees, and that's the holy grail to me having £1 million business. I do want all this different software because I do believe, because all these software providers have been telling me, I do believe this is the only solution to my problem. And you start to believe what everyone's saying. So when you have someone come along and say to you, so what's your biggest challenge right now? Because software providers have been telling you your biggest challenge is that you don't have the right software, because you have these people telling you these things, you go, do you know what? I think my biggest problem is software. Or you'll be like, oh, right, okay. Everyone has been telling me that my pricing is wrong and I need to sort my pricing out, and I need to not list price, but I need to menu price. Or I don't need to menu price, I need to value price. And you've got all these different people telling you these things, and you wake up one morning and go, you know what my biggest problem is? I'm not value pricing. And you believe what everyone is saying to you. Okay, so then what you do is you decide, because you're believing what everyone is saying to you, that is your problem. Now, when someone like me comes along and says to you, right, what's your biggest challenge right now? And you say to me, it's software, that decision that you have made has been probably because of the marketing that you've been watching and isn't necessarily the right decision. And what I want you to understand is your clients are going through exactly the same thing. They're getting marketed to every single day. And if your clients are coming to you and saying, hey, Bob, the accountant or bookkeeper, hey, Bob, I really need help with SEO. And you'll be like, yeah, but I'm an accountant. I can't help you with SEO. And if you take it on face value that they want to invest in search engine optimization and they don't have £500 a month to spend with you on advisory, or £1,000 or $1,000 or $2,000 a month to spend with you on advisory, that's because they've been convinced that search engine optimization is the holy grail to their problem. It's a faster horse, not a motor car. All right. So what we have to do as salespeople, you are all salespeople. You are, as an accountant and bookkeeper, first and foremost, if you're running your own business, you're a salesperson. We have to really peel back the layers and layers of the onion that's been created, where they have been sold to, being told that they have all these different problems and that they need to invest in client generation or search engine optimization, or they need to get a business coach. There's another one. I really need a business coach, so I can't afford an accountant at the moment. What we have to do, we have to peel back all those layers and get to the truth of it. And we don't get to the truth by just listening to what they're saying. We get to the truth by watching their reactions, by actually seeing how they act, having a look at what they're doing day to day in their business, having a look at their books. Their books will tell a very different story to what their mouth is saying. All right. So what we need to understand is that we cannot, and I'm going to just share this with you again, okay? If I had asked people what they wanted, they would have said faster horses. We cannot keep creating faster horses, because we're going to limit the success of the business. Okay, the businesses that you work with, that will have a knock-on effect to the economy. So all we need to do as accountants and bookkeepers, all you need to do when you show up is ask questions, but listen and watch and analyze what's going on in their business so that you can diagnose the right problem. Okay, I think that what's really interesting, a couple of years ago, my daughter was really unwell, and she had had stomach pain since she was about 2 years old. And the doctors and I don't want to speak ill of doctors, okay, but I'm just saying this is what happened. The doctors and even the homeopaths that I went to, the naturalists, I went to naturalists and doctors, they all told me that my daughter had stomach problems, and it was probably that she was gluten-free. She needed to be gluten-free or something like that. And for years and years and years, we tried lots of different diets. We tried the FOD diet, we tried the gluten-free diet, we tried cutting out dairy, we tried all these different things. We put so many different kind of natural drugs into her body to try and sort out her stomach. And what had happened is, because people didn't go deep enough, they didn't realize that there was something really, really wrong with my daughter's stomach. And she had these big lumps in her tummy, and her intestines were going, one part of her intestines were going into another part of her intestines and getting completely stuck. And it was horrendous. We nearly lost her a couple of years ago, because what happened the last time when, actually we went to hospital many times, but the last time they got completely stuck and didn't come back out again. So we had to have an emergency operation. But what we need to understand is that our doctors and our homeopaths, they didn't research deep enough. They didn't look at the root cause of the problem. They just assumed that because Annabelle had stomach pains, and it happened when she had food sometimes, they asked her questions. Because she didn't like school, she said, oh, I'm stressed. So they were like, right, okay, you have stomach pains because of stress. All of these things were the symptoms of something much, much bigger. And the doctors didn't dive deep enough to find out that much, much bigger. And what happened is she nearly died. Fortunately, we put her into an ambulance. They ended up doing a scan, and they found these horrendous lumps in her tummy. And they should have done that 5 years previously, okay, but they didn't. Now, what can we learn from that? Well, many of you accountants and bookkeepers, is you only ask people, what are your problems? And you rely on your client having diagnosed what the problems are. Oh, I'm stressed. I haven't got enough clients. My business isn't doing particularly well, or my business is thriving. Here's another one. Oh, my business is fine. I don't need an accountant, okay? And you don't dive big enough. Okay, you don't dive deep enough. So what I want you to do is dive super, super deep, and not only listen to what people are saying, but watch what is happening in their business. Because all the doctors did with Annabelle is they listened that she had stomach pains, and it was probably to do with stress and food, because that's what Annabelle said it was. But they didn't dive deep enough, and they didn't check her stomach deep enough. And you're not checking in the insides of your clients' businesses. So you need to dive in and get feedback on their numbers, what's happening and how that's working. So just to go back to this, all right, if I had asked people what they wanted, they would have said faster horses. And what's happening is you're asking people what their problems are, and they're telling you they want a faster horse. You need to learn to diagnose so that you can create motor cars to get their businesses to go much, much faster. So I didn't know I was going to tell you about Annabelle when I started this conversation, but I want you to understand that it's really, really important that you don't just listen. that you do your own research, that you really look and try and understand your potential clients' businesses or your current clients' businesses. Hope this has been useful. Let me know. Let me know what your biggest takeaway from this is. Are you diving deep enough? Are you listening to your clients too much? Or are you not doing your own research so that you can create a fast motor car for them rather than a horse? Now, if you would like some help on how to do this and you yourself would like to grow your accounting practice with good quality clients, then comment momentum below and I will get you all the details. I'll catch up with you all on Wednesday. See you later. Have a great day. And it's good to be back. See ya. Bye.